Hello all, welcome back to the class. Today in this session, we'll learn about how to solve errors pertaining to the usage of nouns. So let's start the session. See, when it comes to nouns, you actually need to know how would nouns be tested in the competitive exams like CAT, banking, SSC, railways and CRT. Because we have learned noun long back in our school days, probably in third class or fourth class nowadays, people are learning about nouns. But now comes a question, how would nouns be tested in the advanced exams like CAT, banking, even GRE, SSC, railways, and CRT, campus recruitment drives, whenever the companies come and they conduct exams, how would nouns be tested? What is that we need to know about the usage of noun? Okay, so what is a noun and its types? Will they be asking us what is a noun and write about the types of nouns? No. So the test would be on the usage. Okay, test will be on the usage, whether we can use the nouns correctly or not. That is what is going to be tested. So this is what we guys need to learn, and now let's try to learn about the correct usage of nouns. So look at the following questions. This is how you would be tested in the exams. You would be given questions, and each question will be divided into 4 or 5 parts, and what you guys are supposed to do here is you need to identify the part which has got an error, and that will be the correct answer. So here in all these questions there are errors related to the usage of nouns, and we will come back to these questions later. First, let's try to understand how we actually need to learn noun in order to perform well in these kind of exams, or in order to solve these kind of questions. So let's first try to understand. Let me just brief you about what is noun and its types. I'll just take 1 minute of your time. So let's try to understand what is a noun. You all know that noun is a name of a person, place or thing. Okay, name of a person, place or thing can be called as a noun. Okay, and if we look at the types, there are 5 different types of nouns. So the first one is common. And what is a common noun? Common noun is a noun that refers to people in general. Okay, for example, boy, girl. Okay, when I say boy, it actually refers to all boys, and when I say girl, it actually refers to all girls. If I say human, it actually refers to all human beings. So boy, girl, human, okay, these are all called as common nouns. Okay, next one is proper. What is proper? A proper noun is a noun that identifies a particular person, place or thing. That means it is more specific in nature. Proper nouns, example, Ramu. I said boy. When I say boy, it actually refers to all boys. But if I say Ramu, only Ramu, needs to respond, right? So Ramu, Geeta, and then Bhimavaram, these are all, proper nouns. Okay, they are not common for all. It is not, these nouns are not shared by all. They are particular. And the next one is collective. Collective nouns, are those nouns which actually refer to groups of people or things. For example, flock. Flock is a group of sheep. And then you have team. Team is a group of members. Committee is also a group of persons. So these are actually known as collective nouns. And the next one is abstract. Abstract nouns refer to ideas, qualities, and of course conditions and things that cannot be touched or seen, and things which have no physical identity. Okay, they are actually known as abstract nouns. So something that cannot be touched or seen, can be called as an abstract noun. For example, knowledge. You cannot see knowledge or you cannot touch knowledge. And of course, wisdom and happiness. Happiness cannot be touched or seen. It can only be felt. So these nouns are actually called as abstract nouns. And then you have material nouns. Material nouns are materials, okay, which refer to material noun is a noun that refers to materials. For example, wood, gold, steel. These are all called as material nouns. So these are the common types. So by knowing the definition and by knowing the types of nouns, will it be of any use for us, as far as these high standard exams are concerned, advanced exams? No, it is of no use. But what is important here is the usage. Now I'll tell you what is actually meant by usage. As far as the usage of nouns are concerned, your focus must be on these 2 things. Remember, these 2 are very, very important. These are often tested in the exams. So the first one is the spellings of nouns. Whenever you use a noun, you must use the correct spelling of that word. And the second thing is, this is important, the case. Is it a singular noun or a plural noun? I'll tell you why these 2 are very important. Let's first try to concentrate on this example. Look at this example. There is a long discussion about the news, and people say that the news of corona are spreading fast. Now this is a question. if you look at this question, you have got almost discussion is a noun, news is a noun, people is a noun, again news is a noun, and corona is a noun. So we have got 5 words here: discussion, news, people, and corona. Sorry, 4 words: discussion, news, people, and corona. There are 4 words. And now what we need to see here is whether all these 4 words are correctly spelled or not. Yes, they are correctly spelled. And the second thing that should be is the second thing that's very important here is the usage. Now, what is actually meant by usage? Usage here is, as far as nouns are concerned, the usage, your focus must be on the case. Okay, whether all these nouns are correctly used or not. Look at the first one, there is a long discussion. So when I say there is a long discussion, I have used a singular verb here, which is actually known as is. Okay, I'm not saying there is a long discussions. If I say there is a long discussions, it is wrong, because I'm supposed to use a singular noun there, right? So if at all I want to use a plural noun there, my statement should be there are long discussions. So that is what is meant by usage. Now if you look at this sentence here at the third part, in part C, that the news of corona are. When I say news of corona, I'm actually referring to news, which should always be used as singular. So news are spreading fast is wrong. It should be news is spreading fast. This is what is meant by usage of nouns. So your focus must be on this. Okay. Sometimes what happens in the exams is, when there is a plural noun supposed to be written, you may be given a singular noun. And in the context where a singular noun is used, you may be given a plural noun. Okay, so this is what you need to check. To understand this, you need to know the correct usage of nouns. Okay, so the common problems that we face as far as the usage of nouns are concerned, there are 5 points that you should keep in mind. The problem, the first problem is there are nouns, which have both singular and plural cases here. For example, boy. Okay, the plural form of boy is boys. Okay, this is a very common form that we often use in our day-to-day conversations, and there are plenty of words which actually fall under this category. Just by adding s or es, you can convert a singular noun into a plural. Boy, boys; girl, girls; chair, chairs. Okay, and then you have table, tables; pen, pens. But there is one more category: tooth. Okay. So now the plural form of tooth is not tooths. Okay, you said teeth. Like foot, the plural form is not foots, it is feet. Like child, the plural form of child is not childs, it's children. Many people say children's. Children's is wrong, it's children. Okay, and fish, the third category. Look at the third category. For this is very problematic. There are some nouns for which both singular and plural forms are same. Fish, singular form is fish, and the plural form is also fish. There is a fish and there are fish. This is the problem with the usage of nouns. And the next one is news. There are some nouns that actually sound to be plurals. When I say news, it sounds to be plural because it is ending with s, but they should be used as singulars. It doesn't have a plural form. News should always be used as singular. There is no plural for it. And the last category, the fifth category, this is another category, another type actually. Spectacles. Look at this noun. Spectacles is actually in Telugu, if you see spectacles, kallajodu. Kallajodu, actually you think it's singular. No, spectacles should be used as plural. So it doesn't have a singular form. So your focus must be on the correct usage of nouns. Means you need to know when you use a noun, you need to know whether you are using it correctly or not. Are you using the correct format or not? Okay, you also need to know the singular and plural cases of nouns. Okay, so this is what you have to keep in mind as far as spotting errors are concerned. So whenever you read a sentence, you need to see how many nouns are used, and you actually need to check whether these nouns are correctly used or not. Okay, let me just rewind all these 5 categories once again very quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some nouns have both singular and plural cases. Plural ends with s. Some nouns have both plural and singular cases, but the plural form it has a different form. It doesn't end with s. Some for some nouns both singular and plural forms same, and some do not have a plural form, and some do not have singulars. Some are always used as singulars and some are always used as plurals. So this question we have already discussed. Now look at this question. Second question. Ramesh is fond of traveling and he often says that the sceneries of Simla are picaresque. Okay, it's not sceneries. You need to understand that sceneries doesn't have, scenery doesn't have a plural form. We don't say sceneries. Scene is singular and scenery is plural. If at all, if you want to use plural for scene, it should be scenes, not sceneries. Scene singular and scenery is plural. Scenery itself is plural. You don't have sceneries. Okay, next. Geeta went to her grandma's place and she broke her spectacles. Okay, which is very costly. When I say which is very costly, here which is referring to spectacles. You have already learned that spectacles should always be used as plural. That means it is not which is very costly, it should be which are very costly. And question number 4. More than 20,000 people attended the preview of Avengers that and the audience is requested to keep the tickets till the end of the show. Here you have got 4 nouns: people, Avengers, audience, and of course tickets also. Tickets is not highlighted here. You have got 4 nouns and you need to see whether all these 4 nouns are correctly spelt or not. Yes, they are correctly spelt. And then the next thing you need to check is the usage, whether they are correctly used or not. See here, audience is singular or plural. Audience should always be used as plural. Audience is wrong. It should be audience or. And the last question, 5th question. A number of cooperative colleges has been set up by the previous government. So in this sentence you have got only 2 nouns. You need to check these spellings. Spellings are they are correctly spelled. And colleges and government. Colleges and government. Okay, see here, colleges singular or plural. Colleges is plural. Okay, remember a number of cooperative colleges. A number is always plural. Remember, a number means many. There are some actually, not many, some. A number of cooperative colleges, some colleges, okay, have been set up. It's not has been. Okay, done. So this is what you need to keep in mind as far as the nouns are concerned. So when you go for higher exams, high standard exams like CAT, GRE, or banking or SSC or railways or groups, when you take these kind of exams, you would not be asked to write about the definition and the types of nouns. You would be tested on its usage. So as far as usage is concerned, these 5 things you need to keep in mind. Okay, these are the problems that we generally face when it comes to the usage of nouns. Thank you so much, and please don't forget subscribing my channel in case if you have not done it, and also please share these videos, and please don't forget pressing the bell button for the updates. Thank you so much and good luck.